6 million. That's around the amount of people that had their lives taken away during the Holocaust. In 2019, the state of Texas passed Senate Bill 1828 to mark January 27th as Holocaust Remembrance Day. And this week, high schools all over the state remember the Holocaust. Many on campus have family that were directly affected by the genocide.
A personal connection, my mom's side lived in Europe, specifically my great-grandfather. He lived in Hungary. He was sent to a concentration camp. His siblings all died, and so did his parents. And he made it out alive, and so did his now wife. She lived in Poland and was sent to a concentration camp. Her parents died, and so did her two brothers, and they made it out alive and married and had kids and moved to Israel.
Others on campus have friends that were impacted.
So my very best friend, who I met in 9th grade humanities, and we're still friends to this day, she's Jewish, and her family actually fled to Cuba during that time period. And so while they didn't lose family members to the Holocaust, you know, that's something that's kind of a fear that's baked into their family, is that, you know, it could be something that is repeated.
The atrocities of the Holocaust that happened over 85 years ago still affect people today.
And just seeing that real fear of someone, you know, who's just as American as anyone else, you know, worrying for the safety of their life and their children, and whether or not, you know, it's going to be safe to continue to live in the only home that she or her parents or her children have ever known.
For Rabia, it's important that people realize how it escalated.
So I think people should take away that, like, little things lead up to, like, big events, because, like, the build up to the Holocaust was, like, very little things. Like, it was first moving all Jews to ghettos, then to concentration camps, and then to death camps. So it's always, like, watching out for little things and making sure that it doesn't happen again.
This day also brings awareness to current human rights violations.
It's really important to remember the Holocaust because it's just a single example of genocide and mass atrocity and egregious violation of human rights. It's a really shocking example of the worst of what humans can do. So it's important to remember it, and to also bring awareness to current violations of human rights and mass atrocities, whether it's at home in the United States or abroad as a global community.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Saachi Kuchu.